Hurricanes hockey is brought to you by North Carolina Education Lottery. All or Nothing is the exciting new draw game from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Match all or match none and win the top prize of $250,000. Either way wins. By Raleigh Orthopedic. Go where the pros go. Raleigh Orthopedic. And by Golden Corral. Introducing the biggest and best dinner buffet ever for just $11.99. It's over 150 delicious choices only at Golden Corral. From Miami Beach, we bring you up north. Sunrise, Florida, BB&T Center, 107th all-time meeting between these two teams. Tonight's goaltenders. Let's take a look here. For the Hurricanes, it will be Cam Ward, who had 31 saves in a 4-3 loss at Colorado Saturday night. Their team defense is number 24. Roberto Luongo, 35 saves, 4-1 loss versus Minnesota here on Monday night. Their team defense is vastly improved. They are number 12. Riley Nash will center. Elias Lindholm and Nathan Gerbe. That group is back together for Bill Peters. Justin Falk and Andrej Sekera on defense. First of 3 meetings. Sit back and enjoy this one. Off the draw, the rookie and a great-looking rookie on defense, Aaron Ekblad, the number 1 pick last summer's draft. Wheels ahead for Jonathan Huberdeau, right through the slot area, off the boards. Quick turnaround shot by Peary is stopped by Cam Ward. Loose side of the goal for Bjugstad. Off the stick of Peary. They score! Nick Bjugstad finds a way to get to it after Brandon Peary kept it going. And it only takes 21 seconds, and Florida is on the scoreboard.
Florida has not liked their starts their last couple of games. And Nick Bjugstad, who's a very good friend and a childhood teammate of Justin Falk, wins the battle with Falk and is able to put this puck in the net after Cam makes the initial save. These two played together starting when they were 13 years old. That puck actually looks like it was going wide, goes off of Cam's pad and in the net. The Panthers, with their work ethic, earned that goal, and their coach Gerard Gallant has been looking for that start.
Icing called here against Florida. We'll take a look at the new coach here in South Florida, Gerard Gallant.
Well, we've known him the last couple of years as an assistant with the Montreal Canadiens, but he won a Memorial Cup with St. John, and he coached, among others, Jonathan Huberdeau, a former Rookie of the Year. He coaches again now in the NHL.
Carolina at 6-11-3, 2-8-2 on the road, coming off a 3-game segment last week on the road, losing 2 out of 3, and both of those by 1 goal. Alexander Semin off the stick of Brad Boyes, carried out by Dmitry Kulikov, and he'll get it deep wide of Ward. In first, Sean Bergenheim to the outside. Boyes, the back of the goal, out in front. They had a man, it was Alexander Barkov, but as we see, Carolina will survive, and they get it deep.
And again, Nashville on the road on Saturday, and then at home Monday against Minnesota. Florida came out and they played reactive hockey, so you knew they were going to have a strong start. I mean, it's only 1 minute and 10 seconds in, and they have definitely played in an intense fashion, albeit early.
In Nashville, they were grossly outplayed. Luongo had 48 saves in that one. They scored in the final minute of regulation, down by 2 to tie it, but had no luck here whatsoever because of the flat start against Minnesota in a 4-1 loss on Monday. Jussi Jokinen, the former Carolina Hurricane, broken up. Jeff Skinner with a partial break-in. Skinner gets to it. He'll circle the wagons. He centers one. Cleaned up out in front that time by Jussi Jokinen. It kicks around to Skinner. His shot turned out by Luongo, and the Panthers work it out.
Fleischmann with the puck now makes a key play to be able to poke that puck off of Skinner's stick. Fleischmann has been a healthy extra. He's a veteran player. That was a good early play for him.
Nick Bjugstad, his 8th goal of the season. He had a 4-game streak. Interrupted here on Monday night. Brandon Peary, Jonathan Huberdeau get the assist. The goal comes 21 seconds in.
Well, the Hurricanes did not skate this morning, John, because they stayed about 25 minutes away from here. I did think that Bill Peters orchestrated 2 good practices after a day off, returning in the wee hours of Sunday morning from Colorado. The key areas, a net front presence, and a lot of work on special teams on Monday and Tuesday.
Derek McKenzie was ill yesterday, did not practice. Centers his 4th line. Brian Campbell in control out in front. Good job by Jay McClement coming down on Derek McKenzie as Carolina's 4th group gets it back out to center ice. Tonight it is McClement along with Patrick Dwyer and Zach Boychuk. Comes all the way in. Ward leaves it there for John Michael. He takes a heavy hit from McKenzie. Top of your screen. Thomas Kopetsky had it poked off his stick. McKenzie a give back, and Campbell will start over.
You can always watch Campbell. You want him to spend as much time in his own end because that's when he can be exposed. He can expose you like he almost did there at the offensive blue line or jumping in on the rush.
In terms of ice time among the league leaders in that department, Nick Bukestad now lays it along, broken up by Lyles. It pinballs around Brandon Peary with a shot negated by Ron Hainsey. Kulikov, second opportunity. Now he fishes one to an open corner. Lyles is there, given a shove by Jonathan Huberdeau. It kicks out. Elias Lindholm is away, and here come the Canes out to center. Ron Hainsey approaching Kulikov will get it deep, but the Hurricanes are offside. Let's take a look at Rex Express Care, injuries and scratches. Rex Healthcare, chosen for excellence.
Brad Malone and Jay Harrison on the trip. Harrison, Peters has said, will play against Pittsburgh. At least he believes he will. Jordan Staal, great to see him at the Skate with the Canes event on Monday night. Walking without a problem. The next step, of course, will be, and I don't know when it's going to be, him back on the ice, but it was great to see him that night.
Mikhail Jordan up from Charlotte. Out the puck deep on defense tonight with Ron Hainsey, wearing number 47. Had a very good training camp. He'll get it ahead. Knocked down by Bukestad. Huberdeau on the wall here, the former Rookie of the Year. It's Florida now. Wheels it. An attempt to get it out to neutral ice. Willie Mitchell, their new captain. Ex of Los Angeles, where he won a Stanley Cup. It's rolled in back of Cam Ward. Tim Gleason hard on Brandon Peary. Swatted down by Eric Staal. Getting to it is Jordan as the Hurricanes attempt to get it out. Toulouse taken down by Dylan Olsen. Olsen goes deep. And the trapezoid. Ward sends it this way for Mikhail Jordan. With it now in control, Eric Staal turns it back, and Carolina starts over.
That's two tape-to-tape passes for Jordan. Here he has the puck again. He had patience, and now that's three. That's why he's getting this chance.
Yuri Toulouse goes deep. Bill Peters said yesterday, we have to see if he can play at this level. Simple as that. He'll get every opportunity tonight. Through the center zone now, Barkov will get it deep. He's been in a slump all season. Boys along the boards now. Four-man scrum erupts. Getting to it is Justin Falk. This way, Victor Rask. He'll look around. Feed it through the center zone off Barkov, who steals from Sekera, and the Panthers get it deep.
Victor Rask usually capable of coming out of his own end cleanly. That's three times Toulouse, Boychuk, now Rask, where the Canes are not able to do so.
Now Bergenheim in the corner. In control. Thomas Fleischmann. Bergenheim, Ward said no. A close call there in tight. Skinner tries to get it out. Nothing doing. Held in that time by Trocheck, who gets it. Vincent Trocheck wide on a deflection off Justin Falk. Thomas Fleischmann in control. Trocheck holding on to it. The former Plymouth Whaler. Back it goes. Ekblad on a deflection wide. UC Jokinen in control. Broken up by Justin Falk. And Andre Nestrashel will get it back out to neutral ice.
I think that's Nestrashel's feel that the Hurricanes right now are hanging on early just to make sure to get a puck out, get off for a change. The Canes have struggled along the wall on their own end in the first 5 minutes.
Florida, as we see, has 3 of the first 4 shots thus far. Comes all the way back in the Carolina zone. This will be icing. We'll swing it back. We'll take a look at tonight's Storm Tracker. Our game keys.
Well, the Hurricanes' reunited top line has to be better than they individually and collectively, but this is the big one right here so far. 4-27. They've had a couple of tough shifts. And they were on for the goal against and match the Panther youth. Bukestad, the early edge. He's 22. He has the game's only goal. A lot of good young players here with the Panthers.
Eric Staal, Alex Semin, and Yuri Toulouse out for Bill Peters. It comes all the way back. Ron Hainsey. Through the center ice area, Staal on the wall for Semin. Semin delays out in front. Toulouse goes wide. Good stick by Willie Mitchell, and it goes out of play.
Hockey is a game of one-on-one battles, and you just have to make sure you win them. Okay, and I want you to watch these two areas right here. This is Falk and Sekera. All right? Now, the key one is Falk on Bukestad. As I mentioned, they trained together in the summer. They're childhood friends. Nash doesn't win his battle, and Falk loses it twice to Bukestad, who has had a real coming-out party in the first portion of this season.
Face-off won by Carolina. Semin a give back for Lyles. John Michael Lyles out of the tape of Alexander Semin. He'll wind it deep. Staal in back of the goal, flushed out by Bukestad. Getting to it for the moment was Yuri Toulouse, brought along here by Nick Bukestad, and away they go. Played his college hockey at Minnesota. They gain the line. Moving wide is Brandon Peary, the former Chicago Blackhawk. Peary in control. Indirect pass for Bukestad, given a shove that time by Lyles. Bukestad utilizes his strength. Huberdeau walks it right out in front. Ward comes up with a save and has the puck right along the goal line.
Well done by Hainsey. That's a 2-on-1. We always think about 2-on-1s in transition. They actually can happen in your own end too, and he played it very well taking the pass.
All right, Trip, we'll take a look at that when we come back. 13:56 left to go in the opening period. 1-0, Florida. We're back live. This is Graham Skilleter. That play was reviewed, and let's get the interpretation. Well, maybe not. The play will stand as we saw it, Trip. Let's take another look.
Well, it was a 2-on-1 where Huberdeau, the former Rookie of the Year, I don't know if he tried to bank it in off of Cam's left thigh, and it nearly went in the net. Hainsey, that's why I say he took the pass beautifully. Leaves his feet right at the correct time. Almost goes off of Cam's left knee and in the net. That was close. Well played by Hainsey.
Graham Skilleter working the game tonight with the veteran Mark Jonette. Mitchell negated by Jordan out in front. Bukestad for Florida. Interrupted again and carried out by Riley Nash. Nash through the center zone, coming off a good game in Denver on Saturday night. Drop pass for Lindholm doesn't click. Jordan at the point. Gleason through the slot off the stick of Mitchell. Loose along the boards. A battle won by Elias Lindholm. On a cycle for Riley Nash. Nash in control. Given a jolt by Brandon Peary. He sets up Kulikov as the Panthers attempt to get it out, and they do. It's carried along by Jonathan Huberdeau. Brandon Peary goes off at a line change. He'll get it deep.
Jordan has been, I think, the Hurricanes player that has played with the most confidence and execution so far here in this first period.
Victor Rask. Andre Nostrosho will go hard around with it. Jeff Skinner this way. Riding a 3-game streak broken up by the former Boston Bruin, Sean Thornton. Thornton in control off the window and back out to center ice.
High character, underrated talent. He did score a goal the other night, the only goal against Minnesota.
Skinner, 10-2 with the skates out in front. It trickles in on Luongo off Nostrosho, and we get a stoppage of play.
John, if there are any young defensemen watching, I want them to watch how Hainsey plays this 2-on-1. He knows his job is Peary. If he can deny the shot, he knows it, leaves his feet at the correct time to prevent Huberdeau from a lane where he can deke. So that's taking the pass and then trying to make the shot from as sharp of an angle as possible.
Alexander Barkov will take this face-off, second overall pick in 2013. Same draft year as Elias Lindholm. Out to center ice, Sean Bergenheim, who's been out for a long time, 10 games, lower body injury, a core issue. He returned on Monday. Sekera moves it, Boys breaks it up, all the way back, Dylan Olsen. Here it comes, denied by Ward. And the rebound controlled by Justin Falk. Florida right on the puck. They go deep. Inside for Sean Bergenheim. They grind a cycle. It's Barkov will move it. Alexander Barkov along the boards now. Hands it off to Brad Boys. His pass back out to neutral ice, fed along by Dylan Olsen, and the Hurricanes reorganize.
Boy, the weak side forward there, it was Dwyer. I think they're still adjusting to the systematic changes the Hurricanes are using because Olsen there, he's the weak side defenseman. That's a good shooting opportunity for him, so that's a key assignment.
Breakout for the Hurricanes. Alexander Semin over the line in the zone in the off wing. He'll send one off the side of the goal. Luongo didn't know where it was, and Florida escapes harm. Thomas Fleischmann now will get it deep. Jussi Jokinen on McKellen. Ward out to play it. A good job, but it goes back to the point. Aaron Ekblad, his bid wide over the glove hand of Cam Ward. Played here by John Michael Lyles, who scored his first goal of the season in Denver on Saturday night. Stutter step at the line that time. Broken up was Jiri Tolusti, and you see it come all the way back in Canes ice.
What a beauty it was by Lyles, and Ekblad with a nice play there. Boy, playing big minutes for a teenager, but he doesn't look like a teenager. The first overall pick out of Barrie in the Ontario Hockey League.
He's averaging over 22 minutes a night as a rookie. As an 18-year-old, out to center, a chip by Nathan Gerby. You see it come back. Dmitry Kulikov, who's been playing well for Willie Mitchell. Mitchell out of the corner. Huberdeau sealed off, and it's carried along now by Nick Bukestad. Getting away from Riley Nash. He'll steam in the zone. His shot blocked by Tim Gleason, who gives Bukestad a rough ride, and it goes out of play.
Let's see if it continues. Semin is showing some signs, okay? Watch him slide here with speed, and he shoots the puck, with pretty good authority on the backhand, and Luongo makes a head save. That's playing fast. That is good to see from Semin. His practices have been better, and let's see if shifts like that continue.
10:47 left in period one. Andrej Sekera moves it. Nostrosho pinching down on him. Willie Mitchell. Brandon Peary in the corner. Broken up by Falk. Justin Falk tries to move it out for Carolina with the puck now. And away they go. Andrej Sekera. Cross ice for Andre Nostrosho. He'll pull up wide of Luongo. Top of your screen, Jonathan Huberdeau. Underneath it and out. Here come the Cats out to center. Peary pickpocketed by Falk. Huberdeau gave it right back to Sekera.
Excellent read from Nostrosho there as the high forward. A lot of forwards would have gotten caught deep. Would have been a 3-on-2. Great move.
Sean Bergenheim over the line. Lays it along for Barkov. Turned out by Ward. Sekera crunched by Alexander Barkov. Falk in tight quarters. Pinching in is Dylan Olsen, and now attempting to get it out is Patrick Dwyer. Brad Boyes hammered by Bergenheim wide. Loose top of your screen, Eric Goodbranson. He'll go deep. Brad Boyes stopping and starting. Nobody home out in front. Victor Rask for Carolina, detected by Boyes. Barkov again on a cycle for Bergenheim. They call this line the Killer Bees. Bergenheim crunched by Falk. Falk watches Sean Bergenheim in the corner. Now Barkov goes deep. Boyes awaits. He's tied up by Victor Rask. They battle in the corner. In the high slot, Bergenheim easily detected by Cam Ward. Kane's assistant, Steve Smith, with our very own Chantel McCabe on the other side of this timeout.
It's 1-0 Florida in the first. I'm with Coach Steve Smith. What's your assessment of the defensive breakdown on their first goal?
Well, first of all, we didn't manage the puck very well coming into our zone. We didn't close guys out. They threw it to the net, and they just tried to get in behind our D. They got a lucky bounce, but the unfortunate part was we didn't battle. We didn't battle to get to the front of the net. We didn't battle them in the corner. We didn't box them out when we had the opportunity to box them out. Ended up with a goal.
Thank you. John, back to you.
All right, Chantel, thank you very much. 9:30 left in this first period. Riley Nash and Brad Boyes on the draw. Won by Boyes. Willie Mitchell now to the outside. Nick Bjugstad scoring 21 seconds in. Not the fastest in Florida history. 15 seconds after the opening faceoff. Mike Huff, back in 1996, has the record. Now Dmitry Kulikov drops it off. Alexander Barkov on the wall. Kulikov one more time. Shot taken by Boyes. Swallowed by Cam Ward. Should the Canes score 3 or more goals tonight, get a free large pizza when you buy a large regular priced pizza online at participating Papa John's the day after the Canes score 3 or more. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Pretty sharp work from Boyes. Before we went to commercial, he pinched down and turned the puck over, leading to a chance. And then the good shooter that he is, another chance there. Huff, that was part of that Florida team that went to the Stanley Cup Finals in '96 against Colorado.
That's right. Good Branson now along the wall. Thomas Kopetsky. Jordan is on him. It goes deep. Sean Thornton out of his reach. Tim Gleason moves it. Gleason played over 20 minutes in Denver on Saturday night. The first time this season he's gone by that benchmark. And now Mikhail Jordan out to center. Nathan Gerbia. Cross-ice pass for Elias Lindholm. Given a shove by Dylan Olsen. Riley Nash in support. Gave it away, though. And Kopetsky now will dance out to center ice. A lead pass for Sean Thornton. Now Kopetsky. Tight range off sticks. In on Ward and no further play.
Steve Smith alluded to it. You know, when we think about battles and you think about just the area in front of Cam Ward, watch this right here. Riley Nash loses a race up the ice, and fortunately, Kopetsky right now is playing on Florida's fourth line, so it's not going to cost you the way it would be in some other foot races. But that's the compete level that you need, especially on the road against an opponent not happy with their start.
Tell you what, though, Florida has pretty good balance when you look at their lines. It's hard to say what the first line is. It's hard to say who the fourth line is, and when they're on, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and Kopetsky had success under the Chicago Blackhawks, where general manager Dale Talon once was the general manager with the Hawks, and in a lot of ways built that team that has won a couple cups.
Some former Hawks here: Brian Campbell, Jimmy Hayes, Dylan Olsen. Hayes is a scratch here tonight. He's made some deals. Brandon Peary, another guy that started with Chicago. Thomas Fleischman dancing, his shot blocked. Blocked that time by Andrej Sekera. Carolina 2-on-2. You're looking at Zach Boychuk. He'll pull up on Brian Campbell. Aaron Ekblad reverses for Campbell. Florida now plays it well in their own zone. Jussi Jokinen out to center ice after he spent 5 years as a Carolina Hurricane early in his career. Vincent Trocheck broken up here by Patrick Dwyer out to the center zone.
And he's been playing with Hayes, you mentioned, who is a healthy extra tonight. And Trocheck he thinks has very good hockey IQ, formerly of Saginaw in the OHL, Trocheck.
Now Willie Mitchell in control. D to D, Dmitry Kulikov. A lead pass, but Florida's offside. 7:31 left to go in the opening period.
I think Haynes has been one of Carolina's better defensemen of late, and Victor Rask, I'm getting to the point where, I mean, some nights are going to be better than others for a young player like Rask, but I watch his positional play, and he's one of those players from up here in the various press boxes where you and I call games from. You can pretty much count on him to be in the right position for such a young player, and he's so teachable. That's what the coaches talk about. He's teachable.
John Tripp and Chantel with you as always, and we will be in Pittsburgh the day after Turkey Day. We start a home-and-home series with the Penguins on Friday night at Consol Energy Center, and then back home at PNC on Saturday. Nostrashel will move it back for Tim Gleason, paired on defense with Mikhail Jordan. Jordan in the center zone now. Nostrashel plays it along the wall, broken up by Willie Mitchell. Andrei Sekera as they carry in with Jeff Skinner for Nostrashel, who's checked by Willie Mitchell. To the outside, it's Dmitry Kulikov. It goes by Bukestad. Good anticipation by Andrei Sekera. Sekera holding onto it. His shot fought off by Luongo, loose out in front. Bukestad to the corner. Little chip now as Florida attempts to get it out. Bukestad, second opportunity, and out they come. Brandon Peary now in control. He'll saddle it in on Cam Ward. Florida's changing. Carolina is too.
You saw there a good box out. Mitchell, the veteran player, against Nostrashel.
Barkov, drop pass for Brad Boyes. Alex Semin checks him. Now Barkov in back of the goal. Boyes side of the net. Nobody home out in front. You see it come all the way down to Roberto Luongo.
Because I'm confident Andrei Nostrashel, he knows what he has to do to be successful. Willie Mitchell, who aside from coming over here from the Stanley Cup champion LA Kings, Aaron Ekblad is actually living with him as a rookie.
Here comes Hunt. Alexander Barkov in control. Moving on Semin. He gets back nicely defensively in his own end. Battling Barkov. They jam along the wall. Fished out by Ron Hainsey, and away they go. Yuri Talusti, ice cut in half by Brad Boyes. But Branson for Barkov. Open ice. Bergenheim holding. Shooting one wide, and Ward had the angle. Eric Stahl. One-toucher for Alexander Semin. Losing his edge. Brought in by Aaron Ekblad. His shot fought off with a glove by Cam Ward. Loose and back of the goal. Jordan for Carolina. For Riley Nash, pressured by McKenzie. Going down again is Semin. In control, Sean Thornton. Blocked by Mikhail Jordan. Jordan takes a hit to make a play, but pitching in is Brian Campbell. Campbell now to an open corner. Semin's still out there. Ekblad is on him. Carolina tries to get it out. Held in by Brian Campbell. Campbell goes deep. 5:15 left to go in period one. Jordan moves it. Not out. Ekblad in control. On the wall now. They center one off the body. It went off Alex Semin. Played again by Brian Campbell. He'll go deep. Inside again. Knocked down on a cycle. Carried along now and given a shove. That time was Thomas Kopetsky. In the skates of Derek McKenzie, Lyles sets up Jordan, and out they come. Riley Nash will finally get it deep.
Rod Brindamore talked in the pregame show about in this league, your best players have to be your best players. And, you know, Falk and Sekera, tough start there, a tough shift for Semin.
Lucy open, juicy rebound by Cam Ward. It comes back out to center ice. Now Kulikov. Trocheck gave it away to Zach Boychuk. 4:33 left to go in the opening period. Shot differential, you see it, 13-4. Florida getting the early goal 21 seconds in from Nick Bukestad. Vincent Trocheck now will move it. Top of your screen, Carolina's Zach Boychuk. Handcuffing Tim Gleason. Jussi Jokinen is away. A stutter step at the line, given a rough jolt that time by Gleason. To the corner, Falk is on Fleischmann. Dug out by Trocheck, back to the point. It's Kulikov. Little slap pass to an open corner. It's loose. Falk in the battle with Fleischmann. Handcuffing Boychuk. And the Hurricanes are having a tough time in their own zone. A turnover again. Fleischmann. Fleischmann on the flank gets it back. He'll center one. Broken up and dumped out by Shea McClement.
Good coverage there from Falk. The Hurricanes have to find a way to get out of this period no worse than
Here come the Panthers again. It's Willie Mitchell looking for Jonathan Huberdeau. Flung along by Ward. Played by Falk. An aerial flip out to center ice. Skinner is there on Dylan Olsen, who negates him. You see it from ice level. Olsen moves it. Victor Rask for Carolina, finished off by Willie Mitchell. Nostrashel to the outside, broken up by Dylan Olsen. He has an open man. It's Brandon Peary, and it's fed all the way back in Canes ice.
Yeah, it's just been survival hockey. The puck management has not been anywhere near what it needs to be. You have to just find a way to play basic, fundamentally sound, you know, probably 4 or 5 shifts in the last 3 minutes to get to the locker room to regroup.
Play whistle dead offside. 3:12 left to go in the opening period. Hurricanes down by 1 in South Florida. We're back in South Florida. We'll take a look at Alexander Semin in this first period.
Well, he's a smart hockey player. He's got to know a line change is occurring here. I mean, granted, he loses an edge, but you just have to know that puck has to get deep. And at this point, he's been trapped on the ice for well over a minute. He's exhausted. You can see. I mean, this is practically 2 minutes. And he's a player that usually uses actually the door, not hopping over, but you don't want to have to stay on that long.
Brandon Peary now goes to work on Ron Hainsey under 3 minutes left in the first period. Willie Mitchell, a nice check that time by Eric Stahl. Semin negated on the back check by Nick Bukestad. Willie Mitchell eludes Eric Stahl, back out for Brandon Peary. Lead pass for Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau bottled up at the line by John Michael Lyles as the Panthers regroup.
Wouldn't be surprised if during the timeout there were some strong words from Bill Peters to his top line, because Eric Stahl comes out with a big hit. I mean, they're our #1 game key, and they have not been memorable in the opening period.
Riley Nash on Dmitry Kulikov. Tough angle that time, flung wide by Nathan Gerby. Cutting across, Mikhail Jordan. Looking for Nathan Gerby. Dmitry Kulikov on him. Good job by Gerby. That leaves the puck for Riley Nash. Now Kulikov, peppered again by Gerby. Barkov on the wall for Boys. Carolina gets after it. Good energy here. Lindholm for Gerby. Pinching in, Jordan. Mikhail Jordan keeps it deep. A good choice. Willie Mitchell now sets up Brad Boys. Carolina continues to buzz, but Barkov gets it out. This way for Sean Bergenheim. Drop pass for Boys. Bergenheim, wide. It's loose, top of your screen. Aaron Ekblad pinching in here for Florida. In control, Bergenheim now. Barkov holding. Shooting one denied by Ward. Carolina gets to the rebound. Gleason in his skates. Ward says no again. That time on Sean Bergenheim in tight range.
Well, Barkov has had trouble this year. He's been missing something. He didn't miss something on this shift. He's the one that got the puck out of the Florida end after a good shift for Carolina. And Cam ends up making a couple of excellent saves. Didn't think he was going to have to make the rebound stop on Bergenheim as he was battling Sean Bergenheim with Tim Gleason. But to me, that was all about Barkov. Don't get lost and think he's a Russian. He's a Finn. And he plays, you know, with that two-way intelligence of most Finnish players, but he's having a tough time this year.
He is. There's some talk this morning about maybe him getting a seat in the press box. Now, Luongo makes the save here on Zach Boychuk. And Luongo has been a big story for the Florida Panthers this season.
He's been a huge story, and he deserves every bit of it. And I said it at the top of our telecast. I've always thought Luongo is better suited when he sees a ton of shots, because then his athletic ability just becomes dominant. It's so tough for a goalie. That's only his 5th save there, and it was a good one. Sometimes you think too much, and I think that happened to him in Vancouver, and then the microscope takes over. Here he can just play, and he sees a heavy dudage of rubber. I just made up my own word.
That's okay. We can be innovative. Certainly during the holidays, it's acceptable. Now, Kopetsky in on Cam Ward. Roberto Luongo, 35 years of age. Kopetsky to the outside with a shot off the stick of Justin Falk, and it goes out of play.
A heavy dudage of rubber. Wow. That is a phrase that probably will never be said again. The point is some goalies are just better when they see a ton of quantity, because then you don't think. You turn your brain off. And, he has had to steal the show for this team, for a young team, and he's done it. And then even when he still plays well against Minnesota Monday night, he comes out publicly and says he didn't like his play on the first couple of goals. I like his leadership.
Drafted by the New York Islanders, a big trade at the time, brought him here, played most of his early years as a Florida Panther, then on to Vancouver. Outstanding seasons there. Vincent Trocheck for Thomas Fleischmann. Trocheck had it, lost it. Victor Rask. 50 seconds left in the period. Carolina at the line with Jeff Skinner for Rask. Negated by Dylan Olsen. In and up on the play was John Michael Lyles. Thomas Fleischmann has it. Florida now attempts a breakout with 37 seconds left in period 1. Skinner after a loose puck here outside the line. Hurricanes tag up, and here they come. Victor Rask with a shot turned out by Luongo a couple of times. It stays in play. Skinner has it. Nostrosho planning on one, kicked out at the D, and a penalty is called.
So Luongo almost takes a penalty by batting the puck over the net off of the chest save, and then after the fact, Jokinen is guilty of the hook. Good reload from Skinner. Hurricanes have had a couple of pretty good shifts here late. Well, you saw that puck support from Lister Schill and Victor Rask. The Hurricanes starts out. There's the hook from Jokinen. Had Luongo batted that puck in the netting, that would have been a penalty too.
Kane power play tied for 8th overall, 15th on the road. Panther kill 22nd overall, 11th on home ice, where they are 3-4-1. So it is Jussi Jokinen for hooking at 1938.
And here Jordan getting a new stick, seeing some power play time as Bill Peters told us he would.
Eric Stahl facing off. Opposed by Derek McKenzie. It eludes John Michael Lyles. Lyles for Jordan, who will be Tripp's guest at the conclusion of the period. It's dumped in. Getting to it now, Willie Mitchell. Moving along for Dmitry Kulikov. Up the gut and out. That should do it here in the period. A period which will see the Florida Panthers outshoot the Hurricanes 16-5 and get the early goal 21 seconds in from Nick Bjugstad. Mikhail Jordan will be Tripp Tracy's guest when we kick off the PNC Bank first intermission. It's the Florida Panthers 1 and the Carolina Hurricanes no score after 1 on Fox Sports Carolinas. South Florida chapter of the Caniac Nation. They are on their feet, lots of energy. That's good. We're glad they made their way down here for this one and hoping for good things in the second period from Alexander Semin and the Carolina Hurricanes as we start the second period. John Forslund, Tripp Tracy, Chantel McCabe at ice level along with our fine crew here at BB&T Center in Sunrise, Florida. As the second period unfolds, Alexander Semin detected on the way through by Florida's Derek McKenzie. He'll move it all the way back down. Jussi Jokinen in the penalty box for 1:22 as we start this second period. Eric Stahl now away for Semin. His shot off the blocker of Roberto Luongo. Thomas Kopetsky now will kill some time all the way down to Cam Ward.
Well, you don't want the one and done, one shot, and you have to go back and get it in your own end. But the Hurricanes worked on their power play breakouts to be crisp with speed. That was a good one.
John Michael Lyles for Mikhail Jordan. Jordan off the stick of Goodbranson. In back of the goal, it's Stahl, flushed out by Dylan Olsen. Stahl leads it off Olsen. Olsen attempts to win the battle, but it's a vacated point. The pass from Eric Stahl intended for Lyles. Cam Ward will set him up. A minute gone here in the second period. Nick Bjugstad from Brandon Peary and Jonathan Huberdeau. 21 seconds in. The only goal thus far, now Nathan Gerby. Over the line, they're onside, or rather offside, as they cross. Let's take a look at the first period numbers brought to you by Buffalo Brothers. Oh, man, now I want wings.
Now, Florida, big edge in that first period. The Hurricanes have a chance to generate momentum and ideally score a goal. If you look, boom, Eric Stahl, one-touch pass. All of a sudden, up the ice you go.
A half minute left in the power play. Nash, Lindholm, and Gerby up front. Broken up at the line by Dmitry Kulikov and Victor Rask manning 1 point along with Justin Falk in control. Falk now has 10 scoring points in the month of November. Will lug it out. Head-manning to Nash. At the line, Rask is offside. We get a whistle. Should the Canes score in the power play tonight, Caniacs who say the winning phrase receive a free Bowberry biscuit from participating Bojangles restaurants. That's tomorrow morning. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Yeah, this is where your communication has to be good if you're Falk and Sekera, knowing that Jussi Jokinen is coming out of the box. So hypothetically, if you get it deep in the Florida zone, you have to make sure you know he's coming in just 12 seconds.
Jay McClement on the draw here, who's currently number 3 in terms of face-off acumen in the NHL. Brian Campbell moves it. Broken up, centered out in front by Zach Boychuk off a body. Falk now dead center. Jokinen's out of the box, and Florida has killed it off. Through the center zone, Zach Boychuk for Jay McClement. Second chance at a loose puck, and now they break it up. Florida back the other way. You're looking at Jussi Jokinen, who throws on the brakes. Threads it across. Campbell with a shot off the blocker of Ward. Centered out in front, nobody home, and it's stolen by Carolina's Patrick Dwyer, and away they go.
That's a defenseman joining the rush beautifully, and Campbell does it so well. You know, he struggled in his own end, but not receiving that pass from Jokinen.
Well, he's all over the 200 by 85. Brian Campbell can really skate. Comes all the way back behind Luongo. This is icing against Carolina.
And Jussi Jokinen, we know, can always find the open man. So if you stop it right here, look at Jokinen in the vision, all of a sudden, boom. And this is a defenseman jumping in because you have the back checkers that have to come back. Beautiful feed, but well played by the Carolina Hurricanes to make that shot from a sharp angle.
Brandon Peary will take the face-off. Canes will start a set with Pittsburgh on Friday night in the Steel City, starting with Hurricanes live at 6:30. Out of the corner. Right along now, Huberdeau to the outside. Jonathan Huberdeau holding onto it now, met by Eric Stahl. They jockey along the walls. It kicks out Alexander Semin from his own zone. Stolen by Florida's Jonathan Huberdeau. He'll dart over the line, set up Brandon Peary. Peary holding onto it now, guarded by Hainsey. In deep, out of the reach of Bukestad. Lyles is back for Carolina. In support now, Eric Stahl moves it, rather for Zach Boychuk, and back out to center ice. On the wing, it's Alex Semin. In on Luongo, off his stick. Eric Branson checked by Eric Stahl. Getting to it is Jonathan Huberdeau, and Florida wheels out.
That's Boychuk and Talusti's spot with Stahl and Semin.
Florida pulls up in the person of Nick Bukestad off the paddle of Cam Ward. Loose along the boards, and getting to it now is Talusti, headmanning for Victor Rask. Andre Nestrashel given a shove in the back check by Jussi Jokinen. Nestrashel out of the corner, inside it goes. Here's Rask dealing on Mitchell diagonally across. Tim Gleason, his wrister, put off by Luongo. And the Panthers take care of the rebound, back to the point. Gleason again. He'll survey, looking for a shooting lane. He goes deep, intended for Talusti, held up by Willie Mitchell. Top of your screen, Andre Nestrashel goes deep. We look off for Florida, tied up by Rask. Now Mitchell for Fleischman, not out. Jordan at the point, this way for Tim Gleason. Looking for a tip off the stick of Skinner. He'll take a swat at it, blocked by Thomas Fleischman. Along the boards, Rask for Skinner, darting right out in front. He's taken down, play will continue. Jordan goes deep, good work here by Carolina. Centering pass by Skinner, picked off by Vincent Trocheck, and out they come.
Best momentum of the game, and it starts with Victor Rask winning board battles, head up, finding the points, and then a good change to keep the momentum rolling.
Brian Campbell with a steal for Florida. Thomas Kopetsky goes deep. Moving in here is Derek McKenzie. He'll look around, flushed out here by Gleason. McKenzie goes down. Gleason moves it for Elias Lindholm. Out to center ice. Here comes Riley Nash. He'll stop, move in the zone. His shot off a body blocked by Aaron Ekblad. Florida now sends it off the wall and back out to neutral ice.
Boy, Ekblad, he just doesn't look like a teenager. He's well over 200 pounds, born in Windsor.
Now McKenzie with a shot off the stick of Andre Sekera. Sean Thornton goes deep on a cycle for McKenzie, tied up by Falk. Derek McKenzie swings it from Aaron Ekblad. A wrister easily detected by Cam Ward.
See the way he held the blue line there, Ekblad did. He has a lot of composure. Speaking of composure, Victor Rask has a cross-seam pass to the defense, possible tips in front, always has his head up. I love watching him in practice right near the ice, and you can see it. He's always looking around him, and he passes the puck with a purpose. I mean, there's some zip on what he does, and has no problem with the saucer passes when you need to.
Now on the draw, Eric Stahl attempts to win it back. Talusti back on this line with Alex Semin and the captain. Here comes Talusti on the off wing. Inside for Lyles, who's joining the fun. Loose in back of the goal. It's punched out. Sean Bergenheim is away. A good look at him. Out to center ice. Alexander Barkov now will go deep. Cam Ward can play it right there in the trapezoid. Lyles in the corner is hard pressed. He's tied up by Barkov and Boys. Moving down is Talusti. Brad Boys a steal. Taken down by Lyles. Played it back of the goal by Eric Stahl. Stahl now from his own zone. 14:37 left to go in the second period. Semin's pass detected by Bergenheim. Dylan Olsen this way. Brad Boys. Boys inside for Barkov. He'll turn to the outside. Set up Boys and a give and go. Played along the boards now by Jeff Skinner, and Carolina breaks it back out. Eric Stahl intended for Semin. He'll go off on a change.
And those two are out of sync. Talusti was back with Stahl and Semin on that shift.
Through the center zone, Jonathan Huberdeau will try to dangle his way through. It's broken up. Laid off the boards by Andre Nestrashel and all the way back.
Was Yuri with Eric and Semin in Alex's first ever game here? He played his first ever game as a Hurricane in this building.
I think so. Now let's move across. Here's a chance for Rask. What a save from Roberto Luongo. Fully outstretched on Victor Rask.
Absolutely extraordinary pre-Thanksgiving save. This wins all the turkeys.
You can eat all the turkey you want tomorrow after a stop like this. What a dandy by Roberto Luongo. Back in South Florida, mano a mano. Victor Rask on Roberto Luongo.
Well, you need every bit of your 6'3" frame to make this save, but first of all, Nostracio, heck of a pass. Skinner shows you he can pass as well as shoot. And what a save. You see the way that glove is driving the post? So even in desperation, I like the mechanics of it, and I can guarantee you Rask will never make that mistake again of assuming he's got a goal.
Mikhail Jordan with a shot blocked by Willie Mitchell. It goes out of play. 13:49 left to go in the second period.
And right afterwards, I actually thought Luongo pulled something. You know, he actually goes for the poke check. So once that doesn't work, he's a dead duck, or one might say a dead turkey. Just exceptional effort, and watch his eyes actually even in that effort with that glove, watching himself make the save. That is just tremendous.
He stayed down for a bit after he made that save. I think he might have pulled something, but obviously okay. Jordan now will move it. Knocked down by Vincent Trocheck away from Riley Nash. Trocheck now in the Carolina zone. Jordan is on him. Good finish. Out of the corner and back it goes Kulikov. Dmitry Kulikov intended for Trocheck. Jordan got in the way. Play continues. Riley Nash sets up Nathan Gerby in the center zone. It's kicked back to Jordan. Turned over to Dmitry Kulikov, and the Panthers now reorganize.
And boy, it's not a goal, but it should have been. I mean, Jeff Skinner showing that passing dimension. I'm very encouraged by that.
Just inside the Carolina line, Gerby. Away now for Nash. He'll go off on a line change. Luongo plays it in the trapezoid. 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Through the center zone, a stretch pass for Boyes on and off his stick. Sekera back for Carolina. Patrick Dwyer away from Brad Boyes, and away they go. At the line, Folk to the outside. Good back check by Bergenheim. Jay McClement this way. Zach Boychuk by him. Chopped at by Andre Sekera. McClement along the end wall. Peppered by Mitchell, who knocks it down. He's hampered by Boychuk. In support, McClement now. Zach Boychuk to the outside. Sekera. His shot negated by Boyes. And Florida escapes hard.
Hurricanes are a different team in this period. Again, they didn't skate this morning. Maybe it took them a while to nestle into this game, but, you know, they're definitely a better group here.
So a one-goal game, and now Boychuk out to neutral ice. Zach Boychuk in control away from Aaron Ekblad. It comes back. A good look at Brian Campbell, the veteran. He'll wheel it now. In his own zone for Ekblad. Through center ice, Bergenheim. Sean Bergenheim, Alexander Barkov. Here's Boyes. His shot fought off by Ward. In the slot, Barkov for Campbell. In deep now for Boyes. Off a stick, defended by Lyles. Semin not out. Held in by Campbell. Brian Campbell in control. Here it comes. Stopped in front. Fought forward. Taken down was Barkov. Good play by Eric Stahl. And the Hurricanes get it out.
Boy, oh boy, Cam Ward, a couple of sensational stops. This young Ekblad jumping in at the right times, and well, Alex Semin has got to feel the pressure, just bear down and get that puck out.
Jonathan Huberdeau intended for Nick Bjugstad. Getting to it now is Ron Hainsey. A quick up. Skinner moving on Ekblad. He's in for a chance. Jeff Skinner shut down. Roberto Luongo again.
I love Skinner's courage there to drive the net and try to make a move, even though he didn't score. Let's watch this beautiful, beautiful feed across the ice. Beautiful job from Florida, and Cam Ward one better. So Luongo at one end, Cam at the other. And Jeff Skinner, to me, shows that maybe a little bit of fear that may have been part of his game coming back from a concussion. It's gone. I like that power drive to the game.
Skinner has 5 points in 3 consecutive games coming in tonight. 2 goals, 3 helpers. Now Huberdeau, Bjugstad, and Skinner, they all get after it. We see it come out to center ice, snapped along off the blocker of Cam Ward by Brandon Peary, and we get a stoppage of play.
Cam's putting together one heck of a month, isn't he? Boy, he's seen 20 shots and the game's not halfway over. And he's been consistent. This is the building a few years ago, I'll never forget it, where the Hurricanes were rolling pretty well in that 48-game season. It all turned when Cam Ward got hurt here. It all turned.
Brandon Peary, Riley Nash, as we see, dropped by the veteran Andy McGelman. Around the boards now, getting to it is Nathan Gerby. Elevating the puck, knocked down by Lindholm. He'll feed it along for Nash. One-on-one with Goodbranson. Riley Nash held up by Eric Goodbranson. Out of the corner, it's Elias Lindholm for Carolina. Now Jonathan Huberdeau given a shove by Gerby. Along the wall, Nash goes deep. Dylan Olsen on Elias Lindholm. Lindholm grinding for Carolina in back of Luongo. 10:40 left to go in period 2. Still 1-0 Florida on the early goal by Nick Bjugstad. Olsen, Lindholm, they both go down. They both get back up. Lindholm from his knees now tries to make it happen. Good work here. Gerby to the outside. Falk at the point. Here it comes. Denied by Luongo with the rebound. Chopped high off a stick by Nathan Gerby.
Tremendous work down low from Gerby and Lindholm. Remember Lindholm? We were in Colorado Saturday. We talked to him about Hall of Famer Peter Forsberg. He said, I want to be thought of as physical, like my hero, Peter Forsberg. Here on a bigger Olsen. He wins the battle with the help of Gerby, and you have a collapse from the Florida players, so you use the points, nearly leads to a goal. Terrific work below the goal line.
The grinding shift. No doubt about it. A break for the 19-year-old. Just about halfway through. Shots are 20-10 Florida. 5-4 Florida in this period. Off the draw, Dmitry Kulikov for the Panthers back out. Off the stick of Kopetsky. Eric Stahl sets up Yuri Talusti out in front. Chipped wide by Semin. Getting to it now is Stahl. Back to the point. Lyles. He'll wind it to an open corner. Back first is Dmitry Kulikov, pressured by the forechecking of Alex Semin. Out of the corner now. Florida gets to it. Sean Thornton will chop it all the way back in Kane's ice. And a foot race is won by Ron Hainsey, but he's hampered by Derek McKenzie. Lyles can't get to it. Sean Thornton goes deep. Florida's fourth line on the ice, and now Eric Stahl whips it all the way across for John Michael Lyles.
And Gerard Gallant very comfortable with his fourth line against the top line, at least on paper, for Carolina.
9:38 left to go in the second period. This past week, we lost a legend. We pay tribute to the great Pat Quinn on the other side of this break.
We're back in Florida in the second period, and for our Geico quote, this is what Zach Boychuk had to say of the late Pat Quinn. He was coached by him at the World Junior Championship in 2009 when Team Canada won the gold medal. When I asked Zach what made Coach Quinn so special, he said his presence. That made people want to play hard for him. But he was really the whole package. He had a great sense of humor, too. PK Subban would often use a spinorama move, and Zach remembers Pat teasing him for it, calling it the Scooby-Doo. Guys?
Well, I can tell you that Zach thought that the motivational speeches that Pat Quinn delivered to that group of Canadian World Junior players was exceptional. And even for Pat Quinn, as such an accomplished coach, former NHL player, having led the Canadian men's Olympic team to gold in Salt Lake City, to take that job and relish it of coaching the World Junior team, that says a lot about him, too. What a great hockey man.
You saw Sean Thornton in the box. Interference is the call on him. You're absolutely right about that. We'll expound a bit more. Now, out of the corner, Nash, all the way back. Second power play here for Carolina. Justin Falk is on it. Ahead of Derek McKenzie. Riley Nash now moving back in his own zone. Nash will settle it back. Carolina getting their second opportunity, a man up. Out to center ice. Sent along by Justin Falk. It kicks around. Now it's played, and Al Montoya is in goal for Florida. This happened during the break. Al Montoya taking the place of the injured Roberto Luongo, who must have pulled something making that save.
No question he did. And, and you go over goalies go, most of them, some of them stay in their nets during commercial timeouts, but most of them go to the bench for water and talk to their teammates. And you could tell Luongo was struggling after he made that spectacular save. So this is all the more reason on a power play to establish the shot.
29-year-old Al Montoya signed as a free agent after a couple of successful seasons in Winnipeg as the number 2. Now it's played off a stick, knocked down by Semin. The Hurricanes have a chance to test the new goaltender on a power play. Lyles with a shot, put off by Montoya. And it's played now in the center zone by John Michael Lyles, manning 1 point along with Mikhail Jordan. Lyles with backpedal. Carolina that much time in the power play. Down by 1. Now along the wall, Semin losing control to Dmitry Kulikov, who kills more time. John Michael Lyles ahead of Derek McKenzie as the Hurricanes reorganize. So at 10:52 of the second period, that'll do it for Luongo. He's in the room. Semin's drop pass picked off easily by Derek McKenzie and moving it out.
Yeah, it's You could just see Luongo after making that save. I just hope it's not a back injury, because those are some of the toughest, especially for an older player and a guy of his size after making such a sensational save.
Elias Lindholm coming all the way back. Put it on a tee for Justin Falk here with 16 seconds left to go in the power play. Gerby in full flight. Lindholm fanned on by Riley Nash, taken down by Dmitry Kulikov. They jam along the boards. It kicks out to Willie Mitchell. Bergenheim is hard pressed. Now Alexander Barkov will skate it back out to neutral ice and get it deep.
Yeah, that's a power play where the Florida penalty killers bear down. They don't want Montoya to have to face a grade A shot, killing a penalty, and the Hurricanes just were not able to elevate to do just that.
2 shots in the power play for Carolina. Play broken up by Barkov. Brad Boyes, center zone, hampered by Victor Rask. Bergenheim with a shot wide of Cam Ward. It careens all the way back out. Ekblad, indirect pass, broken up by Carolina's Ron Hainsey. Here come the Hurricanes. Jeff Skinner, Andre Nestrashel. He'll move in the zone. Try to get away from Brad Boyes. Nestrashel takes it out, lays it along for Rask. Now Hainsey, his shot off the glove of Montoya. Getting to it here is Brian Campbell with a quick up. Little help from Alexander Barkov, and the Panthers survive.
No question, Carolina's best line, Nestrashel with Rask and Skinner. Boy, that was a pretty darn good work from Andre Nestrashel there to protect the puck, use his body, and make that pass.
Looked good in the 2 games as a Hurricane. Now it's Tim Gleason, flushed out by Jussi Jokinen. Center zone, Patrick Dwyer coming back. Gleason will hinge. 6:29 left to go in the second period. Through center ice, Zach Boychuk moves it deep. It's stolen here by Brian Campbell, moving away from Jay McClement. Now Florida gets it back out. Jokinen lead pass. Vincent Trocheck to the outside. Trocheck leaves it, stolen by Pat Dwyer. Carolina back out to center ice. Falk has plenty of room, and here he comes. Justin Falk wide of Montoya. Out of the reach of Boychuk. Sekera off a stick off Aaron Ekblad. The rookie now plays it along the boards. Trocheck lays it back for Fleischmann. Here they come. Jussi Jokinen moving up. He'll stop, shoot one off Justin Falk, and it goes out of play. 5:51 left to go in the second period. So, Roberto Luongo looking good, but now injured, and that's a big story here in South Florida.
Hey Caniacs, I'm Riley Nash. Just wanted to wish you all a very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Riley, and we'd like to echo those sentiments. And he will be the guest of Mike Maniscalco during Coors Light, Canes Corner at the Backyard Bistro. That's on December the 1st at 7 p.m. You can also listen in on 99.9 The Fan. 5:44 left to go here in the second period. A scoring chance possibly here, but it deflects out of play as it's walked out of the corner by the man who scored tonight, the only goal, Nick Bjugstad.
Gosh, I hate to show this replay, but you just have to. Semin turns the puck over, comes in. That's just a soft play. Soft. And Eric Stahl comes in and does a nice job of getting his stick on the shot. That just can't happen.
18 shots in 15 games. Still looking for that first goal. He almost had one Saturday night. Sensational saves made by Calvin Pickard, who has won 2 games now in relief for Colorado. That's quite a story. Why? It's never happened in the history of the National Hockey League as a goaltender won his first 2 games in relief, as he did it again last night as Colorado came back on Arizona. Nathan Gerby off a stick off Nick Bjugstad. Lyles out of the corner, peppered by Dylan Olsen. 5:19 left to go in the second period. Olsen for Florida pops out to Brandon Peary, and away they go. Peary through center ice. A lead pass intended for Jonathan Huberdeau. They go to the corner. Elias Lindholm is on him. Just about 15 minutes gone in the second period. Riley Nash looks around. Checked by Derek McKenzie. Lindholm for Carolina. Getting help from Lyles with a hard around that eludes Ekblad and kicks out to neutral ice.
Yeah, just some solid work down low from Lindholm. You always still wonder, will he eventually be a centerman or remain a winger?
Puck is dumped in by Sean Thornton. Ward steers it to the corner. McKenzie now for Florida. Derek McKenzie stopping and starting. Checked by Semin. Semin now hustling back. Lays it along for Lyles, and Carolina will move it out.
That's a good response from Semin. Bill Peters goes right back with him, trying to get him going, I think.
They cross the line, but do so offside. 4:26 left to go in the second period.
John, I think we'll talk to Minnesota native Justin Falk between periods. He has a very close relationship with the only goal scorer in this game, Nick Bjugstad. And Nick Bjugstad's uncle, Scott, actually was an NHL player.
Yes.
Has a shooting school every summer that Justin went to as a kid and went back to at the suggestion of Minnesota's Zach Parise this summer. You work specifically on your shot. And Scott Bjugstad takes a look at all sorts of different things, where you're shooting the puck, looks at your curve, looks at where the puck is being released on the tape. Very interesting stuff.
His uncle was an outstanding skater. Early draft choice of the Minnesota North Stars. And has been operating that school for a long time. Jordan turns it over. Barkov, Bergenheim. Great save by Cam Ward. Sean Bergenheim to the point. Kulikov in the high slot. Barkov, his bid off the blocker of Ward. Gathered in by Mikhail Jordan. Zalusti ducks underneath the hit, but got it out. And Florida peels back.
Boy, Cam's made some saves. We know the one Luongo made before he was hurt, but Cam's made some big ones.
Alexander Barkov for Brad Boys. Mikhail Jordan moves it back for Tim Gleason. A reverse. Young Jordan in control. On the wall now, Yuri Talusti. At his side, Andre Nastrashel. And it comes all the way back. A good look at Dylan Olsen. He'll wheel from his own zone. A quick up for Thomas Fleischman. Broken up by Sakara. Brought along by Jokinen. Here come the Cats again. It goes deep. Falk looks over his shoulder at Trocheck. Getting to it now and moving it out for the moment was Jordan. Loose this way. Chopped at by Nastrashel and back out through center ice.
Another good play there. Nastrashel's on his natural side, usually on his offside. Finds a way to get a puck out.
Now Skinner in control. Justin Falk going deep. Rask in the corner. Holding onto it. Victor Rask to the point. Falk now all the way across. Sakara with a shot blocked by Jussi Jokinen. Out of the corner now. Brought along by Goodbranson. And here come Florida back out to center ice. Now Fleischman along the boards. Tied up by Victor Rask. It's dug out. Jokinen now lays it back for Goodbranson.
There's one downside to Nastrasel playing this well is, I'm having a devil of a time pronouncing his name. You've been seamless with the pronunciation, but playing well, it's tough to say Nastrasel correctly.
Especially when others started it another way. Skinner with a shot at sails high. Now it's played here by Jay McClement. Well, we've had our issues with names over the years. Now it's loosened back to the goal. Skinner out in front, all the way back. Here's Lyles. And it's stopped as Montoya got a piece of it. And out of the skirmish out in front, play comes to a halt.
I think they called incidental contact there, John. That's why the whistle was blown. Let's watch Cam Ward's glove side pad. Good movement, good attacking half butterfly. Oh, great save. We've seen some good ones in this game. And then Jeff Skinner with an atypical line mate. Patrick Dwyer driving the net. Created a pretty good chance using the point, then the incidental contact. But if you were calling incidental contact, the faceoff would come outside, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it should. So the faceoff will be in the Florida zone. 2:14 left to go here in the second period. Shots 22-14 favoring the Panthers. Again, we're back at you Friday night from Pittsburgh, the front end of a home and home. Penguins are in Raleigh on Saturday night at PNC Arena as the Canes will finally get off the road as Montoya seals off a shot taken by Riley Nash. The Carolina Ale House is the only place to see the Canes on the road. We're talking about the Cool Bars Tour. The next one will be in North Raleigh on December the 11th. You can log on to CarolinaHurricanes.com for more details.
Hurricanes have had two lines going. They may try a set face-off play here where Elias Lindholm, if they can win this draw, might slide here as a right shot. Gerby will come underneath. They have to win it. They could create a shooting opportunity.
Face-off controlled by Carolina. John Michael Lyles throws on the brakes. Lays it back for Gerby. Gerby with a shot off the pad of Montoya. Loose this way for Sean Thornton. He's tied up by Riley Nash. Thornton now elevates the puck over the head of Lyles, and you see it come all the way back in the Cane zone. John Michael Lyles paired on defense with Ron Hainsey on the wall. Nathan Gerby. Underneath it and out, Elias Lindholm to the outside of Dylan Olsen. Drop pass Hainsey off the skate of McKenzie. Derek McKenzie chops it one. and it comes back in Canes territory. Nathan Gerby wheels it across for Tim Gleason. With $1:25 left to go in the second period. Nick Bukestad, 21 seconds in to period number 1 from Brandon Peary and Jonathan Huberdeau. The only scoring we have had tonight. Huberdeau looking for Peary, broken up by Ron Hainsey. Hainsey moves up. The center one chipped wide by Zach Boychuk. Jay McClement for Carolina. Checked by Jonathan Huberdeau. Out of that four-man scrum, Eric Goodbranson wheels back for Dylan Olsen, and the Panthers get it out. Nick Bukestad on Jordan. Jordan coming back for Carolina. Checked by Bukestad. Winning a battle in back now, Jordan, but he lost control to Huberdeau. Bukestad at his side, 45 seconds left in the period. Willie Mitchell goes deep. Jonathan Huberdeau holding onto it, flushed out by Gleason. Brandon Peary now for Florida. Gets away from Dwyer, holds onto it. At his side, Bukestad, a tough angle. Inside for Brandon Peary. He goes skate to stick to the point now. Here's Kulikov, his shot. Pinball's wide of Ward. Now Peary, bottled up by Dwyer. Bukestad for Peary right out in front. Ward says no, and he hangs on.
3-on-3 down low, and eventually Florida wins the battle, and Cam Ward makes another sterling stop. By Peary, Huberdeau with Bukestad, they've been good. So this is just a 3-on-3 situation down low where Florida wins 2, maybe 3 of the one-on-one battles, and Cam Ward, see the way he brings those arms in. If you're going to score on me, it better be a perfect shot. That's the only type of shot I'll accept.
Well, he's played well tonight. 22 and a fraction left to go in the second period. Back it goes. Willie Mitchell. Mitchell now sends it inside. Read by Justin Falk. 15 seconds left in the period. It's centered up top. Alex Semin back out for Carolina. Semin in control with Talusti. They cross the line. Too far ahead of Talusti, who gets after it. 5 seconds left in the period. Sean Bergenheim on it for Florida. He'll just move it out, and that'll do it here in the second period. Justin Falk will be Trip Tracy's guest. We kick off the PNC Bank second intermission here at BB&T Center. Shots 23 Florida, 16 taken by Carolina. No scoring in the second period. So far tonight, the one goal, the only goal. Nick Bukestad, 21 seconds into period number 1. Florida 1. Carolina no score after 40 on Fox Sports Carolina. Cam Ward and the Hurricanes get after the third period here in South Florida, a game that has featured outstanding goaltending. On that subject, let's get to Carolina Hurricanes goaltending coach David Marcoux with Chantel McCabe.
Coach, we've seen some great saves from Cam Ward, but talk about Roberto Luongo's rob on Victor Rask.
Yeah, you know what? Having scouted Roberto for many years, I've seen that many times, and it's not a fluke. Now, you know, he got injured on the play, and now Al Montoya's in, so we need to capitalize on that and put a lot of pucks to the net and find a way to converge there and dig in and find some goals.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Coors Light, cold hard facts. We'll take a look at some numbers here involving career wins. Roberto Luongo, among active goaltenders right now, number 1 with 379.
I mean, he's had an excellent career. If he had won a couple of Stanley Cups, you'd be talking about the Hall of Fame. You know, that's how big that trophy is. Of course, Cam Ward has a cup. It seems like a long time ago now, and a Conn Smythe trophy, but Luongo came close, of course. Tim Thomas and the Boston Bruins changed that in Game 7.
Cam Ward, number 6 on that list with 230. It comes all the way back now. Aaron Ekblad off the draw. Ekblad moves it along for Jonathan Huberdeau. John Forslund, Trip Tracy, Chantel McCabe at ice level, along with our fine crew the night before Thanksgiving here in Sunrise, Florida. Canes will take on the Pittsburgh Penguins right here on Friday night from Consol Energy Center, and then come home and take on the Pens Saturday night. We'll start with Hurricanes live at 6:30 from PNC Arena. Now Riley Nash, interrupted by Aaron Ekblad. Nostrashel, Lyles, shut down by Montoya, but he didn't know where the puck was after he made the save.
Almost a week in from Ron Francis's waiver claim. It's a good waiver claim. Nostrashel, smart hockey player in a variety of ways.
John Michael Lyles, a drop pass intended for Nathan Gerby. Second opportunity, Gerby a shot, patted down, Montoya, and it eludes Lindholm. Getting to it here. Sean Bergenheim hit hard by Nathan Gerby. To the point, Lyles holding onto it. Gerby with a shot, tipped right on, and Montoya hangs on. Aaron Ekblad and Riley Nash, little pre-holiday disagreement out in front.
I like two things. I like the fact that Bill Peters keeps his forward lines intact. and starts his two best lines for the first two shifts of this period. And John Michael Lyles always seems to bring a dimension trailing in hockey games. A lot of times with Hainsey, they seem to jump. And what a play here. Nostrasho finding Lyles in a shooting position. I wanted to see if the lines would be shuffled to get Eric Stahl and Semin and Talusti going. I think they have to dig out of it themselves. Don't disrupt two good lines by trying to change one that isn't working.
That's exactly what Bill Peters is trying to do here out of the corner. Hainsey on boys. Moving across, Alexander Barkov punched along by Alex Semin back out. Talusti in a foot race with Dmitry Kulikov. To the center zone, picked off by Florida's Alexander Barkov. Bergenheim, Barkov with a shot. Ward the save, and Stahl takes care of the rebound, and you see it come all the way back.
I just don't think the Stahl line has spent much time in the offensive zone. They've given up a lot of chances. I mean, there's one from Barkov and Cam, his first test of the period.
Dmitry Kulikov wipes it in on Cam Ward. Ward now from the trapezoid, a handoff to Tim Gleason. It jumps the stick of Zach Boychuk, and now it's played by Erica Branson in the screen. We'll get a stoppage of play.
You know, because so far this year, John, in October and a portion of November, you know, you can't win in this league unless your top players are scoring. Rod Brindamore talked to you about it in the pregame show. He was very candid. But when you've tried putting them with a variety of line mates and it hasn't worked, I think there comes a time where you have to allow them to dig out together. And you do not want to impede the chemistry of some other lines to try to get those guys going. It's up to those guys themselves to do it.
Jay McClement, Patrick Dwyer, and Zach Boychuk out now for Carolina. Trocheck back in his own zone, throws on the brakes. Through center ice now. Laid back for Dylan Olsen. He'll gain center. Hard around it goes. All the way back. Fleischman kicks it ahead. Gleason now wheels it along. McClement, a lead pass for Boychuk. Eric Goodbranson is on it. Back out to center ice on the transition. Here's Thomas Fleischman. Over the line in the zone to the outside of Sekera. Thomas Fleischman centers one. Getting back was Patrick Dwyer. Loose now, Fleischman turning. Trocheck back to the point. Here's Olsen. His shot kicked out with a purpose by Ward and manned here by Jay McClement. Hard pressed by Vincent Trocheck as they scrum along the boards. Mikhail Jordan moves it for Andrei Sekera. Top of your screen, it gets by Boychuk, but back out to center ice, and Carolina can change.
That was a good box-out situation on that point shot. Cam Ward is able to take an extra step or two out because of the job done in front of him.
Jeff Skinner, a read through the center zone, tipping that pass from Brian Campbell out of play. Just about 3 minutes gone in period 3.
Of course, this is an atypical 5-game road trip. You know, 3 games in the West and this one, and then going to Pittsburgh for a very difficult home and home.
Penguins playing Toronto tonight at home. Now Falk, after they won a thriller in Boston on Monday night in overtime, Evgeny Malkin is back out to center ice. Justin Falk in control. Andre Nostrasho in the zone, but they do so again offside. Let's talk about this home-and-home set on the weekend featuring Sidney Crosby and the goaltender, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Well, Marc-Andre Fleury, just as you see, became the 3rd youngest and quickest goalie to win 300 games in this league, and he does have a Stanley Cup. But you still see how players are judged on playoff performances. His regular season acumen, outstanding. Sidney Crosby just keeps doing it year after year. And he set up one of the prettiest overtime goals the other night in Boston to Evgeny Malkin, Letang factoring, and it was a beautiful goal.
New coach Mike Johnston, and we're very familiar with the general manager, Jim Rutherford, of course, in his first season with the Penguins. Now, moving in, John Michael Lyles. The back of the goal, Gerby through the blue and out. Loose this way, getting to it now, and turning back is Jonathan Huberdeau, cut off by Lyles, who attempts to get it in, but again, Carolina is ruled offside.
And Lyles and Hainsey here, you know, they're the pairing that jumps out at me as being the 2 guys that, you know, can help with a comeback. Remember the comeback against Columbus at home? Lindholm eventually scored in overtime. It was the activity from the offensive blue line from Lyles and Hainsey that it really helped Victor Rask eventually tying that game in the 3rd.
Barkov, Boyes, and Bergenheim now for Florida. Top line, Stahl, Semin, and Talusti for Carolina. And that threesome has had only 2 shots tonight. Semin has both. It's rolled all the way around. Toulouse now gives it back to Ron Hainsey.
Yeah, that was just Eric Stahl lost that foot race. There would have been icing there. That's a tough play.
Carolina survives this sequence. Out to center, it's Alexander Semin by Willie Mitchell. Al Montoya in relief of the injured Roberto Luongo. Semin on a cycle intended here for Toulouse. Toulouse grinds it along the wall. In deep for Stahl. Checked by Kulikov. They wage war. Eric Stahl stays with it, but it's broken up by Dmitry Kulikov. Florida hard-pressed, but they get it out. Now Jordan cut it off. A penalty on the way out is called. 15:37 left to go in this third period, and taking a seat for the Hurricanes is Alexander Semin.
Remember in Colorado, I talked about, I watched Semin. I would just love to see him develop the habit of his stick always being on the ice. There he is. You see how his stick's never on the ice? And that creates the number of stick infraction penalties he takes, let alone you don't want to when you're down 1-0 in the offensive zone in the third period. It's a tough penalty.
23rd power play are the Florida Panthers with a 26 ranking on home ice. Carolina 15th on the kill, tied for 11th on the road. Carolina has killed off 11 of 12 in the last 5. Florida gets it in as we see. Justin Falk, Jonathan Huberdeau off the paddle of Cam Ward. Goodbranson up on the play. Eric Goodbranson goes deep, negated by Andrej Sekera. Knocked down by Nick Bjugstad. McClement has a hard time getting it out. Puck is loose, and now Jay McClement with a second opportunity sails it down to Montoya.
Good play. Skate to stick from McClement with Huberdeau all over him. Huberdeau played for Gerard Gallant in the Quebec League. They won a Memorial Cup together, so good synergy.
Back heat that time by Riley Nash. He'll kill more time. Al Montoya, the Chicago native. Brian Campbell in a Stanley Cup with the Blackhawks in 2010. Goes off the stick of Alexander Barkov. It comes all the way back. Hainsey pressured by Barkov. They go to the corner. To the point. Moved along by Boys. Here's Campbell on the flank. Ekblad back again for Campbell. All the way across now. Jussi Jokinen. He'll dust it off. Jokinen back it goes for Brad Boys in control. Campbell straight ahead. Lays it along for Jokinen inside. Barkov a deal back for Jokinen. Now Campbell. Here it comes. Tipped wide. Hainsey lays it off the corner wall. Held in by Campbell. Broken up. It's a 2-on-1. Riley Nash in the zone. Toulouse holding on to it. He'll delay. He'll go deep. Yuri Toulouse to the outside. Stolen by Brad Boys. 25 seconds left in the Florida power play.
That's just unfortunately no confidence for Toulouse not to get a shot out of that. Campbell, the only defenseman back, and he's a guy that you can really work.
On a change, here comes Gerby. His shot is blocked on the way through by Vincent Trocheck. Aaron Ekblad. As Semin has 7 seconds left to serve. Fleischmann with a shot. Good stick by McClement. Trouble brewing. Cam Ward got a stick to it. Goodbranson. He'll move it around the boards. Getting to it here is Justin Falk. Semin is out of the box. One shot for Florida. It's moved wide on an icing. We'll swing it back. Coors Light, cold hard facts. Some numbers here in terms of the penalty kills. We see Nathan Gerby, who is a big part of it. And now the numbers to expand. A penalty killing since November the 11th. Washington perfect, but Carolina 92 and a fraction, ranked number 3.
Steve Smith deserves a lot of credit, and as I said earlier in the broadcast, I was really impressed with the penalty killing work in practice yesterday and on Monday, especially in preparation for the Penguins power play, which is rather good.
Sekera now, top of your screen along the dasher. Gerby, center zone. Semin. He'll try to make a move. It was defended by Dylan Olsen. Goodbranson cuts across. Semin kicks it, but it's broken up by Florida's Dylan Olsen. At the point, shoveled inside by Jordan. Over the stick of Skinner. Here come the Panthers out to center ice. Thomas Fleischmann whips it along. Trocheck with a shot kicked out by Ward. Getting to the rebound is Jeff Skinner, and away they go. Skinner for Semin. All the way back for Stahl. His shot tipped high by Kulikov. And we get a break in play. 12:55 left to go in regulation time. The Panthers hanging on to a 1-goal lead. Carolina Hurricanes hockey is brought to you by Jarrett, the Galleria of Jewelry. Truly unique designs that you won't find just anywhere. That's why he went to Jarrett. John Forsland, Tripp Tracy, Chantel McCabe back with you here in South Florida. Ron Hainsey and the Hurricanes still just down by 1. 12:55 left. Ron Hainsey moves it along. It's centered through the blue and out. Snapped along by John Michael Lyles. Played here by Jeff Skinner. Florida cushions off the wall. Kopetsky will get it back, and John Michael Lyles is on it. Hainsey headmans the puck for Victor Rask, and he'll attempt to get it deep. Got Branson for Florida. Leaves it there for Derek McKenzie. Off the glass and all the way back in Canes ice. Ron Hainsey ahead of Sean Thornton. Headmans the puck to Rask. He does a good job to corral it, but he was checked by Thomas Kopetsky. Andre Nastrashil away now for John Michael Lyles. He'll pull up. Threaded inside for Rask. The inside track on Campbell. Sean Thornton in his own zone. Now to neutral ice.
Yeah, the Victor Rask line with Hainsey and Lyles, it's almost the Hurricanes are using, and I think it's smart, a 5-man unit. It's been a line that's been good. It's a young line. It represents the youth of the team, and then 2 defensemen that I complement it.
Dylan Olsen, it pinballs off a body off Yuri Talusti. The line now is Stahl, Talusti, and Lindholm. Brandon Peary now tries to clear out. Talusti inside. Montoya mops it up. Stahl is there for Lindholm. Good stick. Brandon Peary. Carolina's right on it, though. Polk with a shot. Sealed off. Covered by Al Montoya. The Storm Tracker. A quick look at tonight's game keys.
I just mentioned, Florida has tremendous young players that have been taken with the top few picks in the National League draft, but I love the Hurricanes youth tonight. Problem is right there. They just have not been a factor. And now it's Lindholm. You wonder, is Semin going to pay a price for an offensive zone penalty? No, he's now on a different line, so some line shuffling. This surprises me. I'm not going to lie to you, because I like the way that Nash and Gerby and Lindholm were going. I really did.
It's Nash, Semin, and Gerby. Now Kulikov. Along the boards, Bergenheim. Chopped out of play. We'll get a whistle here. 11:30 left in regulation time.
It's tough to see it, because these are very capable players, and you just can't win in this league with any kind of consistency if your top players aren't just that. And I mean, one of the youngest and the brightest young player-laden teams in the NHL in Florida, the Hurricanes, the Rasts and the Skinners, and those guys, have really done a good job to show the Hurricanes youth movement. It's been the veteran movement that hasn't been there.
Tim Gleason now from his own zone. Center ice, Gerby. Met there by Kulikov. Semin moves it back for the defense. Here's Tim Gleason. Just about 9 minutes gone in the third period. Barkov a steal. Moved along for Sean Bergenheim. His shot pinballs high. It stays in play. Alexander Barkov utilizing the end wall, holding onto it. To the outside, Willie Mitchell. He'll move it inside for Brad Boys. An odd bounce cleaned up by Gleason. Nathan Gerby away for Semin, and out they come. His pass through the middle off the stick of Victor Rask. Dmitry Kulikov for a wide open Willie Mitchell. Sean Bergenheim stays out. Just inside the line now, dealing back again for the D. 10:30 left in this third period. Shots 27-20 Florida. Kulikov as Bergenheim finally gets a change. Hainsey, D to D, Lyles. Ron Hainsey one more time. He'll hinge ahead. Through the center zone, picked off by Trocheck. Fleischmann now for Florida. Corralled again by Hainsey. Lucy Jokinen draped over him. Here's Lyles. Skate the stick. Eric Stahl. Through the middle of the line. Hainsey this way. Nastrashil. He'll put it across for Stahl. Trocheck got back. It's loose. Thomas Fleischmann for Florida. Through the middle of the ice. Vincent Trocheck. Over the line. Onside. Here's Fleischmann. No, they're not. Late whistle. Offside. Stopping play with 9:54 left to go in this third period. Ron Hainsey and the Hurricanes attempting a comeback in front of Cam Ward. Still trail it by 1 here in South Florida.
We're back here in South Florida, third period. Defenseman joining can cause such confusion. Gabranson steps up. Hainsey jumps in. Then Hainsey with a nice middle lane drive. And the Hurricanes have a chance. Eric Stahl not able to fire it through.
Off the draw, Barkov moves it. No call made there. Back out to center ice, it's Eric Stahl. Elias Lindholm on his right side with a shot. Fought off by Montoya a couple of times. He's fighting it, but he's standing his ground. Now in the corner, Stahl for Lindholm. Moved along by Kulikov. Mitchell finished off by Talusti. Nice read by Sekera. Off a stick. Here's Talusti. His shot deflects high off Willie Mitchell. Out of the corner now. Good pressure here. Lindholm will knock it down. Right out in front of power move. They fight for it. Montoya comes up big. Al Montoya with his best sequence. And then a little disturbance after the whistle.
The defensemen continue to get involved. Now we're going to see Falk do it right here. Boom, watch him jump. Creates momentum. It puts the defense on their heels. Boy, great to see. Big save from Montoya, and then after the fact, Lindholm power move to the net, gets it through. And Toulouse going back to the area, back to the paint, where he has had all of his success.
9:17 left in this third period. Victor Rask, Andre Nostrashel on this line along with Jeff Skinner, Lyles, and Hainsey on the back end for Bill Peters. Hainsey gets it from Skinner. A read by Sean Thornton. Hainsey again goes deep. Skinner down low. Controlled here nicely by Andre Nostrashel. He's tied up by Derek McKenzie. Skinner dances away. He'll throw on the brakes. Attempt to pass off Goodbranson. Nostrashel wins a battle. Back to the point. Here's Lyles. Turning Nostrashel. His shot turned up Montoya. Second save on Raz. What a dandy by Al Montoya. Now Skinner broken up. Sean Thornton gets it out.
I love this line with Hainsey and Lyles complimenting them as a five-man unit. Couple shot passes using the goaltender's pads as a place to actually pass the puck.
Been their best line, there's no doubt. Victor Rask, Andre Nostrashel, and Jeff Skinner. Now it's Riley Nash. To the outside of the skates of Semin, crunched by Ekblad. This way, wide open, Falk. He'll walk out in front. Patted down, Montoya the rebound. He got that one a dandy. Off the stick of Semin. Gerby, side of the goal. Dug out by Campbell. Now Sekera moving up for Carolina. Andre Sekera, Riley Nash goes deep. Brian Campbell takes a swat at one. Knocked down by Gerby. Falk at the point. Gerby let it go. Ekblad in control. Along the boards. Gerby for Nash. Semin at his side. Riley Nash for Alexander Semin. Semin grinds a cycle. Holding onto it. Nash away from Ekblad. Gerby shut down Montoya. Loosened back of the goal. Dug out by Nash. Gerby. Semin handcuffed. Getting back. Huberdeau. And now Semin backpedals. Holding onto it. He'll stretch it out. Behind the back pass for Falk. Around the clock it goes Sekera. Faking. Holding. Shooting one off Ekblad. Loose. Brian Campbell has it. Off the glass. By Falk. All the way back. This will be icing. And I would assume Florida calls a timeout.
Well, Gallant is from Prince Edward Island. We'll find out. I would think he absolutely calls it. Is the Hurricanes their best sustained pressure of the night? What a save. Montoya driving the post with that pad on Rask. And then the turnaround on Semin. Semin maybe with his best shift of the night. And then just when you think Semin is going to finally find daylight, a player of his skill level, if he's really confident, is able to elevate that puck. But that was his best shift of the night, no doubt about it.
Timeout, Gerard Gallant. Shots in this period, 12 for Carolina, 4 taken by Florida.
Boy, I mean, I just liked the involvement of the defense. Lyles was down deep there. Falk has been involved. We've shown Hainsey. I'm sure a ton of people ask the question, why don't you play like this all the time? Well, the Hurricanes want to play like this all the time. When Bill Peters came in as the coach and said, I want our defensemen involved. I don't want them leading the attack. I want them joining in. He doesn't just want this when you're down 1-0 in a game and trying to tie it. He wants it for 60 minutes.
Montoya will get his blade sharpened here. He's been flawless so far. Roberto Luongo injuring an upper body situation in the second period. We believe on an incredible save. Now it's carried out by Jonathan Huberdeau away for Nick Bjugstad, and he'll go deep. Cam Ward leaves it there for Mikhail Jordan. A quick up for Elias Lindholm. Lindholm from the center zone wipes it ahead, hard around, top of your screen. They give chase. Here's Eric Stahl. Stahl holding onto it in the slot. Shortening up on the stick was Lindholm. He's checked by Willie Mitchell. Dmitry Kulikov moves it around the boards. Anticipating Jordan. They go inside. Kulikov is there. Stahl on him. Dmitry Kulikov not out. Held in by Carolina's Gleason. Along the wall, Lindholm had it poked off his stick. You see it come all the way back. No icing.
Well, that's a key call. The linesman saying that it grazed Gleason's stick. Otherwise, no timeout for Gerard Gallant. It would have been an issue. Fatigue.
Through center ice, Trocheck for Florida. Coming back is Tim Gleason. The Panthers get a change. Gleason has lots of time because of that. Through center ice in full flight. Rask pickpocketed on the way out. Boys, wide of Ward. This way it's Barkov. Alexander Barkov. Goes inside. Kicked along by Rask. Rask fights off Bergenheim. Moving up Goodbranson, and now Brad Boyes with a spinner patted down by Ward. To the corner, Bergenheim goes down. Rask is on him, loose and back to the goal. Lyles hampered. Getting to him first was Brad Boyes. They grind a cycle again. Boyes inside for Barkov, and now Gleason moves it by Bergenheim. Here's Rask. Victor Rask out to the center zone, captured by Eric Goodbranson.
It's just the type of shift that the line called the Killer Bees needed when you are really hanging on. That's one of those grinding shifts, and they delivered it. Boyes has really created a lot of turnovers.
Moving over the line, Hainsey, Kopetsky on Gerby. Gerby flings it off a body, off Hainsey. Getting to it is Brian Campbell. Campbell now, indirect pass intended for Sean Thornton. Back out, here's Justin Falk. Over the line, he goes wide. Falk with a shot turned out by Montoya. Played by Nathan Gerby. Gerby hooked off his stick by Derek McKenzie, and out they come. Kopetsky tries to cradle it by his man Hainsey. He does. Thomas Kopetsky in deep behind Cam Ward. 5:15 left to go in regulation time. Gerby taken down. Sean Thornton for Florida gets to it, but a penalty is called. So Carolina will get a power play. 5:10 left to go in regulation time. We're going down the stretch in South Florida. Back in South Florida, Derek McKenzie gone here for tripping.
Yeah, Gerby, we spoke about him at the top of our telecast and his work ethic that is a constant here, helping defensively. McKenzie's stick gets caught between the former Boston College Eagles' legs and the Canes. This is the power play that they need here with all sorts of momentum.
It will be Eric Stahl centering this line of Jeff Skinner, Yuri Tlusty with Lyles and Sekera back. Brought along shorthanded by Nick Bukestad, who has the game's only goal. Fed along by Ward. And it's a loose puck gathered in by Yuri Tlusty. Third power play for Carolina. John Michael Lyles from his own zone. He'll quarterback. Loose center ice. They gain entry nicely. Tlusty to the outside. Throws on the break side of Kulikov. Deals it this way for Jeff Skinner. Skinner from the half wall. Back it goes. It encumbers Lyles. Now a foot race. Lyles and Kopetsky. Kopetsky on him. Wins the battle. Thomas Kopetsky tries to move it, but a steal by Stahl. Rick Stahl over the line. Little stutter step. He throws on the brakes. He'll deal it back for Skinner. Straight away, it's Lyles. Around the horn for Sekera. One-timer Lyles, wide of Montoya. This way for Skinner. Jeff Skinner sets up shop. He'll dance along the boards. Back again for John Michael Lyles. A wrister off a body, off to Tlusty. Now Sekera holding on to it. Lyles again. One-timer Skinner swallowed by Al Montoya. Duke Energy has some power play notes here from Saturday. It was the game at Colorado, and only the sixth time since 05-06, 724 games, the Canes have had 0 power play opportunities in a game.
Well, this is the unit. I thought it was a heck of a sit-down you had with Rod Brindamore in our pregame show, and he raved about the Nash unit, how they outwork the penalty killers on most nights, and that's made them a better unit. Let's see what they do here.
Nash, Gerby, Lindholm up front. Rask, Falk on the points. Thomas Fleischmann off the boards and all the way back out. That much time left in the power play. That much time left in the game. Carolina down by 1. First of 3 meetings. They meet again in March, mid-March in Raleigh. Here's Lindholm. Lindholm over the line, approaching Mitchell. Back to the point. Rask can't keep it in the zone, and Carolina recoils. Fleischmann gets to a puck here and dumps it all the way down to Cam Ward.
The entries, it hasn't translated, but the entries which were worked on, coming up the ice and gaining the line in practice yesterday and Monday, have been much better for Carolina.
Justin Falk clears it in on Al Montoya. Montoya moves it. Top of your screen, Falk in control. McKenzie is up and ready. Gerby in the corner. Back to the point. Falk, indirect pass. He gets it from Nash. Justin Falk faking, delaying, holding. He'll shoot one. Stopped by Montoya.
That puck was loose. The referee was in a spot where there's no way he would know it. That mistake rarely happens. This puck, you see the referee over here. This puck is going to be loose. Talked to Falk about going to the Bukestad shooting school in Minnesota. Wouldn't it have been perfect if he fires one home? There's just no way the referee could have known that that puck actually was loose. And Goodbranson's there to be able to swipe it away anyways.
Jay McClement will take this face-off. McKenzie's out in a second, as we see. 3:11 left in regulation time here at BB&T Center, Sunrise, Florida. Canes and Penguins Friday night, 6:30. Hurricanes live right here from Consol Energy Center in the Steel City. Hurricanes will practice there tomorrow. Celebrate Thanksgiving as a team with 3:09 left.
Well, you still, the coaches will say that a power play is really not over until the first whistle after it goes to even strength because players are out of position. So you win this draw, Semin, if he can just simplify and fire it, you might have something.
Good look at him right behind Jay McClement off the draw. Semin with a shot off the stick of Bukestad. McClement for Carolina, flushed out by Campbell. McKenzie's out of the box. Jay McClement back to the point. John Michael Lyles held in by Hainsey. No, it's not. It was close, but Carolina's offside.
Yeah, Steve Barton on the line. He actually was on the opposite side from where the puck is traveling to. Ooh. I'm not sure. It says the referee, the linesman who made the call, Steve Barton, was actually right where John Michael Lyles, so way below the bottom of the screen. I just can't tell there. You don't really see any white between the puck and the blue line.
Pretty close. Now Campbell. Brian Campbell through the middle, picked off by Andrej Sekera. Peppered by Brandon Peary. Campbell at the line, rejects that. 2:49 on the clock. Bukestad gave it away. Sekera for Carolina. D-to-D, Justin Falk. Falk now through the center zone. Broken up. Florida jumps on it. Aaron Ekblad, fielded by Semin. His pass easily detected by Campbell. Here they come. Brian Campbell, Alexander Barkov, Brandon Peary to the outside. Peary holding onto it. This way for Kulikov. He finds the handle. Deals it inside, out of the reach of Barkov. Getting to it is Jay McClement. He's pinned by Barkov. Bergenheim, boys! Wide of Ward this way. Willie Mitchell loading the gun. Looking for a tip from Barkov. Loose from the corner. Played here, looking around is Semin. Back out to center ice. It goes off Andre Nestrashel, and it comes back. 2:04 on the clock. We'll keep an eye on Ward. Carried along by Bergenheim. At the line, boys. Negated by Toulousty. Here's Eric Stahl. Ward's halfway out. Stahl down the wall. Ward to the bench. 6 skaters with 1:52 left. Out of the corner, Stahl. Back to the point, Lyles. He'll swing it across now. In control. Snapped across for Skinner. Blocked in front. Out of the bevy of humanity, it's covered up by Al Montoya.
Montoya never even saw that Skinner shot. A really good job. Eric Stahl, the chief figure of coming up with a puck along the wall. And you can just see, look at his facial expression. He never saw it, but felt it hit his right toe. Never saw it. Good screen, good net front presence, and then he corrals it. Hurricanes will use their timeout. Boy, the Hurricanes have, really, when you look at it, the second and third periods, they've been a good hockey club just after a dreadful first.
2-game set with the division-leading Pittsburgh Penguins Friday night from the Steel City, starting with Hurricanes live at 6:30. Back at home in Raleigh, and the Canes have a plethora of home games in December. And they will take on the Penguins again, starting with Hurricanes live at 6:30. And look what Al Montoya has done in relief of Roberto Luongo.
Yeah, this game is actually being broadcast in Spanish here in Florida. One of a handful of games that is. And Montoya is a Cuban-American. It's a great story. Former first-round pick. Now let's see here what this player does if you win the draw to get himself in a shooting position.
6 skaters out for Bill Peters. Off the draw, back to the point. Falk holding onto it. Moved along here. Snapped. Glove down by McKenzie. Held in by Falk, but brought back in offside. Again, the call made by Andy McElman. 1:35 left in regulation time.
And neutral zone faceoff. Ward will come back in the net. This is almost like the game in Los Angeles last week where Bill Peters pulled Cam with just over 2 minutes left to play, but he had to keep putting him back in. So you've got to get this puck back deep in a hurry and get Cam back off.
Off the face-off, Stahl battling Bukestad. Ward's on his way. Sent in the zone by Falk, and hard around it is. Getting to it now is Mitchell. Knocked out of midair. Hampered by Lindholm. It's Stahl off bodies. Bukestad is there, not out. Rask. Falk with a shot. Stopped by Montoya, and he has the rebound.
The dual nature of this goaltending performance is pretty strong. I mean, Cam doing his thing, and Montoya, watch the push from his left, using the post as a bit of a launching board. That puck may have been tipped on the way in. Rebound control, exemplary. Sometimes when a goalie comes in And if he can have a good start in relief, he just doesn't have time to think, and the mind isn't the weapon, or sorry, it hurts sometimes, not when you don't have time to think.
Rask loses the face-off to McKenzie with 1:15 left. Out of the corner scrum, McKenzie had it, lost it. Barkov now played in the center zone by Falk. Skinner off a body off Barkov. He gets it back. Jeff Skinner at the line. Goes deep. 6 skaters out for Carolina. Mitchell hard pressed by Skinner. Off sticks. Kulikov to the outside. Kopetsky forced by Falk. Glove down by Kopetsky. Back out. 50 seconds left in regulation time. Kulikov for Kopetsky. It's a hand pass, and that'll stop play.
Okay, so that puck actually was gloved in the Florida zone, so then if a Florida player touches it in the neutral zone, it took a few seconds. Boy, I'm surprised. You know, with almost 2 minutes left, I understand putting Cam back in, but at this point, you almost just go for broke and keep that 6th attacker on.
He's well out, obviously, and now gone. Sekera, Nash. Inside it goes, 39 seconds. Montoya moves it. He gets help from Barkov. Andre Sekera. Settle the puck down. Checking him is McKenzie. Nash, a lead pass picked off by Kulikov. 25 seconds left. Loose along the boards. Nash digs it out. In the high slot. Nestrashel, good pass. Closing in to the outside. Lyles. Off body. Second chance. Lyles in back of the goal. 11 seconds left. Nash to the outside. Defended by Kulikov. Nash wins the battle. Good stick by Barkov. Kopetsky all the way back out. 2 seconds on the clock. That'll do it. The Florida Panthers shut out the Carolina Hurricanes. A combined shutout for Al Montoya and Roberto Luongo. Final count, 1-0.
That was some pass by Nestrashel there between the legs. Backhand pass, and the Hurricanes really did empty the tank, in particular in the third period, but they started to come on in the second. They just had a first period that was not any good, and Florida started strong, scored in the first couple of minutes of the game, and you know, to me, I'm not sure that the top players, in particular Eric Stahl, Alex Semin, and Yuri Tlusty, ever got going. They got better late in the game, but it's tough to win in this league when your top guys aren't able to convert. A lot of the young players continue to show promise for the Hurricanes, however.
Canes have lost 3 in a row, all by 1 goal. Tonight, shutout in Sunrise, Florida, as they hit the ice, looking for some answers tonight. But it was a combined shutout from Roberto Luongo, who was injured, replaced by Al Montoya, who was absolutely fabulous, and so was Cam Ward, for that matter, in goal for the Hurricanes. Stay with us, Hurricanes Live. Total post-game coverage comes your way next from BB&T Center. Final count, Florida 1, Carolina no score on Fox Sports Carolinas.